Thank you to Lynn for requesting this video.
Today I am giving away these free printables. These can be used as a goal tracker or just a general tracker. And I made this from one of my watercolor paintings and scanned it in. And there's two versions of the left page. So there's one that has a dot grid at the top. If you want more circles to fill in, then you can use this version. So the idea of this is that either you can use it as like a general tracker, so you would color in each circle as you complete whatever task, or if you're saving for a certain trip or you have some sort of savings goal, you can use it for that and color in each circle. And there's a spot at the top where you can write in what each circle represents to you. So maybe each circle represents each time you saved $50 or took your vitamins. Maybe you want to write down the number of steps you took in each circle and or the date. Some ideas for what you can track are: each day you complete a 15-minute tidy of your home, decluttered and got rid of 5 items you didn't need, went to bed on time, completed a no-spend day, etc. The first question you'll need to ask yourself is, do I want to track my action steps? If the answer is no, you'll want to print out the Just Circles left-hand page. But if it's yes, and you do want to track action steps, I would recommend using the version of the Circles and Dot Grid left page. Action steps are the specific concrete tasks you need to complete in order to make progress towards a larger goal. They break down a big objective into manageable, doable pieces, and each action step should move you closer to your goal in a clear, measurable way. On this dot grid page, you can break down your goal into the small, actionable steps required to achieve your goal, then check them off as you complete them. Putting this all on the same page can help you to see the bigger picture and the overall progress that you are making. Let's say that your goal is to save $1,000 within the next 6 months for a vacation. Your action steps might be: create a budget, open a savings account, make a plan to cook meals at home for 29 days out of the month, and to sell extra items from your house. You can assign deadlines to each of these action steps if you think it will help you to have a due date. I bought these bags on Amazon, but if you're trying to save money, I would recommend using something that you already have at home. Maybe you have like a brown lunch bag, some extra ones, or you have some envelopes if you want to purchase any sort of like prizes to go in there. So for me, I'm very motivated by planner supplies. I love stickers and washi and little sticky notes. So I bought some of those, and one of each of these will be going into those bags. But if you want to save money, you can use, like I said, like a brown lunch bag or an envelope. And if you don't want to buy anything, you can pick free activities that are still rewards. They're just things that you like to do. So some examples are, you can just write out those free activities onto cards, or just cut pieces of printer paper down to size and just write them down on there. So some examples are: watch a movie, like if you have DVDs or a streaming service, if you want to cut down on costs, or take a bubble bath, or whatever it is you like to do, write down those activities on the cards. And then when you're scratching off the circles, you will come across different colors, because we're going to be coloring in random circles. And that will tell you which bag to open. And you may be wondering, like, how are they color coordinated if I'm using a brown bag or an envelope? You can take some stickers from an old sticker book that you haven't used up yet and you probably won't use, and you could add that sticker to the envelope or seal the bag closed with that sticker.
and then that becomes like yellow, and then you would open this up when you scratch off a circle and there's a yellow color underneath. Or keep your note cards face down. You could put a sticker on the back of the note card and just keep it in a stack so that you don't see what the other side is. Or you could use colored pencils and color something in. There's so many different options for how you could do this. But the point is that you're adding this like element of surprise to filling in each circle, which represents whatever task or action you choose.
Step 3 is to prepare your prizes by adding them to the color-coded bags. Or if you want to write your rewards onto color-coded pieces of paper or index cards, or put them in color-coded envelopes, this would be when you would do so. Now, how many color-coded prizes you ended up with. This is going to tell you how many of each color you'll need to color in the circles with in the next step.
I wanted to show you some other ideas for using this tracker. I bought these scratcher stickers, so if you were to take like a penny or something and you scratch this off, you can see what's underneath. And so the idea is that I'm going to be coloring in some random circles on here and putting the scratcher stickers on top. And when I see a certain color, that's going to tell me which color prize I get to open.
Visually seeing your progress can make working towards your goal more fun, which may help to motivate you. But when you add in the element of surprise, it becomes almost like a game, which can be even more fun. If you don't want rewards or action steps, then you'll want the right page printable, which you need for every option here, and the left page printable that has just the circles. You'll also need something you can color in the circles with, like a colored pencil or highlighter. If you don't want rewards, but you do want the action steps, then you'll want to print the circles plus dot grid printable. If you do want prizes and rewards, you'll also need to use scratch off stickers, a coin, and color-coded rewards. Those are the steps and supplies you'll need, and I want to briefly discuss how I'm going to use this with my planner and kind of go into an alternative to adding the action steps to the dot grid. And that's this simplified representation of the steps that I have assigned deadlines to.
So this is just one way that you could plan out your goal. I'm just breaking it down by the week. So this is like week of June 1st, June 8th, June 15th, etc. And then here in this row, I'm saying how many miles I'm riding outside per bike ride. I'm also doing 3 stationary bike workouts per week for most weeks, and then it goes up to 4 per week starting June 29th, and then at least 1 strength workout per week. So this is the minimum number of workouts that I need to do. So once this is completed for the week, I will just check off the circle, or I could color it in based on whatever your preference is. And you can fill out this section any way you want. It's completely up to you and up to what your specific goal is. So total, there's 100. This represents 100 different workouts. And every time I complete one workout, I'll get to scratch off 1 circle on the tracker moving left to right. And this is going to be my reference page as I'm planning out the next week. You know that, many of you know that I like to plan out on Sunday nights, so I will flip to this page. So for example, the week of June 1st, I need to plan in 1 30-mile bike ride. I need to plan in 3 stationary bike workouts and at least 1 strength workout. And then either that day or at the end of the week, I will scratch off the circles based on how many workouts I've completed. I came up with this idea because I'm actually going to be training for a 100-mile bike ride, and I really needed motivation to get those workouts in because it's going to take many hours of training in order to prepare myself. So I came up with this idea to kind of motivate myself with different prizes. That this video gave you some ideas for different ways that you can use trackers in your planner to achieve your goals. If you want to see more goals videos, check out this video next, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!